Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando Larraz on Face the Tribune. As I always said, if you are not a corrupted public official, if you are not a politician, or you are not a bad elected official, you can face the Tribune. And otherwise, the Tribune is going to face you. With me today, as always, my co-host, Mr. Chris Garcia.
¿Cómo está, hermano?
I'm okay. I see then you got a haircut. That's nice, you know. And with us, we have the honor again. Yeah, we're going to be so honorable here. Then it's unbelievable. Mr. John Estrada from Conservative Roundtable. Did I say that right, Mr. Estrada?
That is absolutely correct. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rolando. Thank you, Chris.
Welcome to Face the Tribune. And I tell you, the big note of the day, did you watch the Kelly Files last night?
Yes.
Wow, that I always like Newt, you know, always like Newt, but last night he was so great.
Yes.
I've been trying to get his email. I used to have it because I used to send him a copy of the paper, but I don't know why I lost it. I need to get his email again so I can call him and congratulate.
In fact, why not ask him to be on the show to talk about it? I think that'd be
that would be nice.
Yes, it would be.
That would be an honor for me. He's always been a fighter.
Well, you know the amazing thing about Newt, I think he missed his opportunity to be president of the United States. But I tell you what, I think he would have been a good president.
Maybe he didn't lose the opportunity. Maybe we lost the opportunity of having him as a president.
Well, that's
it could have been a loss instead of his.
Both ways.
Absolutely.
I think he would have been a very good president.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, what I like about Newt is he's a professor of history. So he knows the business of our country in America. And, you know, he knows the good, bad, and ugly, and he can actually defend a position.
And she had the audacity to say, you need to control your angry, your anger.
Yeah.
You know, he said, you too.
I'm glad he did that. Somebody.
He didn't lose his temper at all. But, you know, he must not be Cuban because I would have lost my temper with that woman, you know. But we ready? You want to listen to the tape? Did you hear him last night?
Yeah. You want to
My point to you is, as a media story, we don't get to say the 10 women are lying. We have to cover that story, sir.
Sure. Okay, so it's worth 23 minutes of the three networks to cover that story. And Hillary Clinton, in a secret speech in Brazil to a bank that pays her $225,000, saying her dream is an open border where 600 million people could come to America. That's not worth covering.
That is worth
You want to
covering.
go back to the tapes of your show recently? You are fascinated with sex, and you don't care about public policy. Now, that's what I get out of watching you tonight.
Yeah.
You know what, Mr. Speaker, I'm not fascinated by sex, but I am fascinated by the protection of women and understanding what we're getting in the Oval Office. And I think the American voters would like to
And therefore,
know.
we're going to send Bill Clinton back to the East Wing because, after all, you were worried about sexual predators.
Yeah, listen, it's not about me. It's about the women and men of America. And the poll numbers show us that the women of America in particular are very concerned about these allegations and in large part believe that they are a real issue. And don't dismiss the women primarily.
Do you want to comment on whether the Clinton ticket has a relationship to a sexual predator?
We, on the Kelly File, have covered that story as well, sir. I will tell you
I just want to hear you use the words. I want to hear you use Bill Clinton sexual predator. I dare you. Say Bill Clinton sexual predator.
Mr. Speaker,
Disbarred by the Arkansas bar. Disbarred by the Arkansas bar. $850,000 penalty.
Excuse me, sir. We on the Kelly File have covered the Clinton matter as well. We've hosted Kathleen Willey. We've covered the examples of him being accused as well, but he's not on the ticket. And the polls also show that the American public is less interested in the deeds of Hillary Clinton's husband than they are in the deeds of the man who asks us to make him president, Donald Trump. We're going to have to leave it at that, and you can take your anger issues and spend some time working on them, Mr. Speaker. Thanks for being here.
And you too.
You're on camera, you know that.
Yeah, but she went like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, you got it, guys. You know, I was reading something today. 372 articles about Donald Trump were negative.
Wow.
Only 117 about Hillary Clinton was negative.
Wow.
Now, you tell me that the media is not biased.
Absolutely.
You tell me that the media is not working for her.
Absolutely.
Well, let's go back. I'd like to go back to Megan and say that I think this is one of the worst biased reporters that's ever covering an election in my whole entire life. I've never seen so much outrage here. Fox News, Fox should get rid of her, fire her. She has no business being.
Look, Chris.
They should close down Fox. I said that weeks ago. I said, John, I spent that night, and I said this a week ago on the show, flipping through the channels, and it was ridiculous. And Fox has sold out, and I believe the reason that they sold out is because, I forget his name, the guy that got sued by the female host on the show for millions of dollars. I think he had to settle out of court $40 million. And I think that this whole left-wing movement, I hate to say it like this, but it is an angry woman feminist movement. Let's call it exactly what it is. A lot of people don't want to say it, but that's exactly what it is. It is an angry woman feminist movement. And when Donald Trump said that, I smiled a little bit at that debate because she is an angry woman. There are a lot of angry women, I believe, that are taking this opportunity to show men up. And this has nothing to do with being the leader of our country. They're trying to make a statement. They're trying to make a point. I know a lot of men won't say it. I will. But and me and my wife have talked about it. That's exactly what it is. It's a feminist female movement to denigrate men, to make sure Donald Trump is not in the White House, and she is an angry woman. Megyn Kelly is an angry woman, and just like Newt Gingrich said, they don't talk about Bill Clinton's sexual predator. All they talk about is Donald Trump. And these are just accusations. Nothing has been proven, and I believe he's going to sue each and every one of these women when the election is over.
And let me tell you something. They said Bill Clinton is not in the ticket. It doesn't matter. He's going to be in the White House. He's going to be. Let me tell you.
They keep bringing that fact up. Well, that's totally
We know
incorrect.
that. We know he's not in the ticket. But how do we know that he's not going to be the ticket?
Absolutely.
You know, he's going to be the president because he's a very dominant male chauvinist. Then he will not allow his wife to make a decision without him.
Yes.
That's my opinion of the Clintons.
Well, I think
the Clinton crime family.
I think all this sex stuff is all a distraction.
Of course.
I think the media's got their hands so far in the cookie jar right now, and they're being found out of how corrupt they are, and they're trying to throw up whatever they can to divert America's attention from the facts. Let's face it, WikiLeaks is doing America a great service by disclosing this corrupt culture of fraud and falsehoods, and the media has been lied to too long. The truth is starting to come out, and they're going to pay a big price for that.
Yeah, let me tell you, Megyn Kelly has fight with Bill O'Reilly. I'm not a fan of Bill O'Reilly, but because he become too cynical for my taste. Okay, he's not what I thought he was.
Well, last night, I don't know if you've seen him, but he was all over Juan Williams. I mean, he tore Juan Williams up like you would never. He was so pissed off at Obama. O'Reilly was so pissed off at Obama, and oh man, he just Juan Williams probably never seen him so mad. He just like shut up. I've never seen.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you have to see that. That's a classic.
Because what O'Reilly knows and why he got so upset is that he knew about the email server. Obama did.
Of course he knew.
It's rotten to the core, to the top. It's going to come out, and he's going to escape out of office. And I believe this, and you mark my word. I hate to make this prediction. I believe Hillary Clinton will be elected President of the United States. I think she will be impeached within a year. And I think Obama is running out of office. He's going to try and distance himself after this election. He's going to hire the best attorneys in the world. And I think the Obamas, him and his wife.
Is there any good attorneys in the world?
I think they are.
Okay.
OJ's free, or was free. And he murdered how many people? But anyway, I think that he's going to distance himself from the Clintons. I think he has to do what he has to do now and act like he's supporting
He never did care for the Clintons anyway.
But he has to act like this now because I believe they're in bed together.
I think he's just covering up the
Absolutely.
problems. I think that's not so much he loves Hillary Clinton.
doesn't.
I think what he's trying to do is he knows his hands are all over the cookie jar, and somehow he's trying.
Yes.
They're all trying to it's to cover up. It's not what killed Richard Nixon. If you remember, Richard Nixon, the reason they impeached. They were going to impeach Richard Nixon. Why he had to resign? Because of the cover-up. This is what Obama.
It was a minor offense.
Obama. This is by far worse than anything.
Way worse.
Obama. Whatever your name is.
Let me tell you. But before I keep before I go back, I know this is a topic for another radio show, but let me correct Mr. Garcia. I don't think of O.J. Simpson killed anybody.
No.
He was trial and he was not convicted. He was found not guilty.
That's true.
In other words, they couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
That's why he got off. They couldn't prove it.
But this is a show for another. Let's go back to.
He had some wonderful lawyers. I know that.
Oh yes, I know he did.
You know, Johnny Cochran was one of the
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I've never seen a guy just outclass everybody.
Oh wow!
He outclassed everybody.
And Robert Kardashian got rested. So excellent.
Even the DNA, even the attorney for the DNA. Oh my God, that was just awesome. The way they just scientifically.
But that district attorney, John, was horrible.
Who, Clark, Marsha Clark?
She was horrible.
And the other guy,
Maybe she had an affair with O.J. and didn't want to do the job right.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to keep talking about O.J. now because that is a topic and it's very close to my heart, and I'm going to defend it all the way. I don't care what anybody said. Tomorrow we can talk about. Oh no, tomorrow I won't be here. Tomorrow I won't be here.
One more thing. O.J. still in jail, right?
Yes.
Now he got railroaded for that.
He got railroaded. He's still in jail for the crime that they said he committed in California. Yeah. Because the people only agree with the jury when the jury rule as they like to be ruled. You know. Jackie Glass, and I tell you, I campaigned for Jackie Glass, I campaigned for her husband, but Jackie Glass did a lousy job, you know.
It's two things you don't bring up around here. You don't bring up O.J. to Rolando, and you don't bring up Obamacare to John. I mean, they could talk about that for an hour.
Yeah. But let me go back to my new idol, Newt Gingrich. I can't pronounce his last name, but Gingrich. Whatever his last name doesn't make any difference. From now on, I'm going to call my idol Newt.
The architect of the contract with America.
Yes. He was a fighter even when he wasn't the Speaker of the House. He didn't have any problem fighting with, who was he, the Speaker, Bill Clinton, right?
No.
Bush.
Well, no, Bill Clinton was the president.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought, yeah.
Bill Clinton was the president.
Yeah, okay. So, anyway, that was it. Mayor Kelly fought with Bill O'Reilly. She fought with Trump. And then she was so sneaky, then such a snake, she went over there to the Trump Tower and apologized to him and pretend to be his friends and double-cross him again. Then she got into a fight now last night. She even fought with the guy who used to be the CEO of Fox News. I forgot, Alice or something.
You know what she reminds me of?
And the guy defended her when she was fighting with Trump. He defended her. He took her side, and she double-crossed him too.
Yeah. Well, Megan reminds me of a woman, a lady, that has a crush on somebody.
Is she a lady?
Well, she has a crush. She has a crush with somebody, and that person rejects her. And then she goes all into a hatred towards that person. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump would rejected her whatever it might be, and she's mad at him. She's just like, it's an eternal hate. She hates him. She just doesn't like him. She actually hates him and despises Donald Trump.
I was looking at the list last night. 27 women has been either having an affair with Bill Clinton or being forced into Bill Clinton's while he was an attorney general, he was a governor, and he was the president. He even have the unscruple of having an affair with the vice president's daughter, And
are you forgetting about all those trips he took on that plane with that one guy overseas to this island or wherever?
Who?
Bill Clinton. Are you counting all the women he went with?
No, I didn't know that. What was it? Tell me.
Well, it's basically there was a person that used to give shuttle rides to very rich and famous people, including Bill Clinton, and supposedly they had some very exotic trips.
Wow. I didn't know that. That one didn't show up in there. There was 27 women. Then that's not including the last four that came out, the Jennifer Flower or anything. That's not included.
Well, he's actually paid out money, big money, for his sexual indiscretions.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a trick, No,
I mean, we're talking like $850,000. That's more than a trick. $850,000. That's more than a trick.
He can afford. He's an expensive.
Yeah.
Super trick.
I know a guy that bought his girlfriend a house for $1.5 million.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean,
that is a Mr. Trick.
But that to me, that's a different classification. I call that that's more of a mistress. That's more of a mistress. That's not a one-night stand.
And he didn't even have a key of the house.
Oh, wow.
No. Is the house in my name? Is my house? Well, then you call me when you want to go.
I think that was a treat and a trick.
I was shocked when I said, whoa, excuse me, lady,
This is conservative talk radio.
Yeah.
That's the next show. This is X-rated. That's the next one, a PG rating.
But you enjoying this X-rated show? We all hypocrites. We don't like this. We don't like that.
We sin like the other guy out there. Yeah, we know.
This is my kind of show.
But this is exactly, listen.
That's the way people talk.
Absolutely. Oh, well, but they've never heard talk like
straight
this.
talk. It's straight talk.
It's
human. And we're not in a locker room either.
No.
Yeah,
I've heard women say a lot worse.
But I hope
women talking about sex, and I'm gonna tell you, they get raunchier than men. They get in, and for all these women to be shocked that they've never heard these.
Well, I hope you're not planning to run for president again, because this show is going to come out, you know.
Well,
yes.
Erase the tape.
Is this sort of like is this a Howard Stern production?
I will be the next Billy Butch. Where's my bodyguard over here? My producer. Save this show. What did she say?
Phone's not working?
Give me that other someone.
What is the producer saying over there?
Is there?
The number's not working?
Anyway, let's go ahead and go back to the
Let's
show.
go back to work.
Okay, so basically, bottom line: fire Megyn Kelly. Let's get back and let's see what we can do about trusting the media again. Oh, one thing I did put out this morning was that the FCC licensing of all these broadcast stations. I believe that with President Trump, he could go through the procedure to have them revoked.
Oh yeah, he can do that
by executive order. If Bill Clinton get away with a lot of executive orders.
John, let me tell you something. I believe that we all make so many mistakes, no matter what business you are in.
Absolutely.
You know, I know a guy that was always talking bad about topless clubs, always attacking the topless club and the connection between the topless club and the city hall and the county commissioner. And I find out that he owned the property where a topless club is located.
So he was collecting the rents on that property during the whole time.
$10,000 a month at that time. Now it could be more. So I asked him, I said, let me ask you, if you are so much against the nudity and topless and the way those gentlemen's clubs work and operate, why do you own? Why you allow in your property? Well, my hands are tied because I have a lease.
That's a new one.
I have a lease. I can break the lease.
Right.
And I told him, I said, you know what? Let me explain something to you. In any business, but let's talk about that particular business. People make so many mistakes, maybe unintentionally. They make so many mistakes that if anybody walk in here and start writing citation for mistakes, I guarantee you that your place can be closed.
Absolutely.
So don't tell me that besides you have unless you knew that it was going to be a topless club, you can say you didn't know that, you know, and...
Well, typically, whenever somebody's collecting that type of money, I'm sure he's got
they're
a lease.
blind.
He's got a lease, and in the lease it tells it specifically what the purpose of that
yeah, I know.
For. So
I know.
It's not, he can't.
But what I'm saying is, it could be because one of the girls walk around without shoes in the carpet, and that is contagious because they forgot to put a wastebasket in this corner for people to throw the Kleenex in the wastebasket. It's a million excuses to write up the owner of the club.
Sure.
It's excuses. Believe me, I know for a fact that there is a million things people can write down for mistakes, intentionally or unintentionally.
Absolutely.
And you know, depending how many tickets you get, you know, even service calls, when you call the police, they can revoke your business license because, and that's what they was trying to do with the Crazy Horse too. When Rick Russell owned it, there was a payphone outside the club, and people used to call for service for the police, and they used that as how many calls came from the Crazy Horse, because people said, I'm calling from the Crazy Horse too. And that's how they did it to Rick Russell, and that's what I'm saying. When they want to take your license away, they find any excuse they can get.
Or the other way around, if they like you, they will overlook a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I was referring to that guy that was claiming that he got a lease with the club, and he could not break the lease. And I'm telling him that is BS.
Well,
and I don't mean Brian Sandoval as BS,
Well, I think that he signed that lease, he agreed to that lease, he collected the money on that lease, so it's... And
I was told, I don't know if it's true or not, that lease right now is $20,000 a month. The place is big. The place is doing big.
Well, you figure they're probably making $20,000 a day.
Oh, yeah. Very easy.
So $20,000 for rent's nothing.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things.
I've tossed a few singles in my day. I'm sure they've gotten a little of my money before.
Really?
So anyway, I guess the big thing, we go back to traditional topics like your election.
Conservative talk?
If you want.
I leave that to conservative round table, and I don't know if it's a round table, but
we have
it is kind of
there now.
Yes, I saw that. It looks very nice. Do you see it?
I see it. It looks good.
Was you here yesterday?
Moving on up. Yes, I was.
Yeah. You weren't helping, right?
No.
That's not your style. You was helping?
No.
No.
I'm like Chris. I follow Chris's lead. Chris is my mentor.
Well, at least you guys were here. I wasn't even here.
Listen, I get a lot of heat. We josh around a lot and joke around a lot about from some of my friends, especially African American friends, and they say, "Man, why don't you vote for Obama? Why don't you just shut up and support Obama? He's our first black president." Listen, you don't support people just because of the color of their skin.
No.
You don't support people just because if you're a female, she's a female. And I think that's where we're making our mistake. I think a lot of feminists are seeing this as their opportunity for their daughters to grow up and have a role model. You want a role model, but you want to vote somebody into office for the right reasons. I have no problems with having a female president, vice president, secretary of state. That's wonderful. I think if you're qualified, doesn't matter your religion, race, gender, it doesn't make any difference. I don't think she's qualified. And I also think that she should, if she does win, I believe she's going to be impeached. So what position is that going to put the country in?
That's right.
I think there are many African Americans who would serve and be wonderful presidents. I think, as Rolando says often, and I've heard John say the same thing, I think Dr. Ben Carson would make an excellent president. An excellent president. He's extremely intelligent. He's very even-mannered. I agree with his ideas and his tax codes for this country and bringing business back. He would be a wonderful role model for African-American children. I never thought President Obama was qualified to be president of the United States. He didn't have much of a record. He was a junior senator, one term. I'm just going on facts.
Half a term.
I don't think he was qualified and his biggest idea, Obamacare, is a disaster. That's something that
so how do you think the people voted for him? Why do you think people
the same reason
made that mistake?
The same reason they're voting for Hillary Clinton. I think there has been a left-wing agenda in this country in their eyes to make things right. That there have been people that have been systematically prejudiced against, whether it be women or whether it be minorities. And I understand that because of the history of this country, blacks and women have been have been put down, have been held back. I understand that. But my dad always raised me that you don't want a free ride. Whatever you get, you earn, and you want to You want to be successful based on your merit, not the color of your skin.
I don't agree with that.
He sent us, Rolando, to all white Catholic schools. We were the first class at a high school on the south side of Chicago to be integrated. And I was, called many names going to those schools, and there was a lot of racism.
Yeah, but what year was that?
This was 60s? In the 70s, yeah. And so we went through a lot. And I remember my dad, I wanted to go to the local public school. And to get into this school, you had to take an exam. And I was very fortunate because the Catholic grammar school, elementary school that I went to, they prepared their students to take entry-level exams. They prepared their students when we were young to go on to high school and go on to college. And every single student, it was we all took private high school exams, all 30 students. All 30 students got accepted, and we were all minorities. I scored within the top 3 percentile. I had a 96 on my entrance exam. And so the color of my skin had nothing to do with it. Whether I was white or black, I would have been accepted because of my merit. And I have no problems if there was a qualified woman running for president. I don't think Hillary Clinton is a qualified candidate to be president of the United States. And I think that that's the problem, that women are seeing this as an opportunity to vote one of theirs in. But I don't think that she's qualified, nor do I think she's going to do anything for women's causes. Just like Barack Obama did nothing for African American causes, I don't think she's going to do anything for women's causes whatsoever.
Well, let me just add one thing. I'm from the old school that I really don't think that anybody is qualified to be president of the United States. I don't, without exception. That's a job that when you get into that seat, your eyes open up to the world. I mean, it is like one of a kind position. So it's sort of, you have to use your experiences, you have to use a lot of stuff, but as actually being qualified for the position, I don't think anybody is, and it's sort of like you learn as you go there. Mm-hmm. But the problem I have with Hillary is the corruption, the over 30 years of corruption. To me, that means that the history will only tell us that she'll be very corrupt in the White House. That's what I don't want her in that position of power. Corruption is a no go for me. And so not only like an article I seen in a paper, they said that people vote really against Hillary Clinton. And so Donald Trump is not the perfect person, but he's a lot better than Hillary Clinton. And so we have two choices.
Why is he not the perfect person?
Well, I think that the biggest reason he's not the perfect person is because I think by the mere fact that he did not take his time. See, when you say something out of your mouth, you should at least think about it before you say it. And I think some of his words should have been a little bit more reserved. I'm not saying all of them.
Hypocritical.
I think there's a lot of people like his talk, but I think there's a lot of people don't like.
I love his talk.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I don't like his talk. I love his talk.
and that's cool too.
I think.
I don't think like maybe I'm from the old school too. Is that nobody's perfect.
No, I'm just not a politician. Then you can tell them anything you want to, and they look at you and say, "We don't work that way. We don't operate that way. We don't do things that way." I mean, don't freaking lie to me. Don't insult my intelligence.
Well, I think what the people that voted for Obama are the same type of people that are voting for Donald Trump in this election. They believe that change is in the air. They believe that our country needs something new.
Well, I hope this change is better than the one Obama did, because Obama did make a change. It was worse.
Exactly. We were shortchanged. So I think the proof is in the pudding. If we're fortunate, and God willing, if Donald Trump is elected president, I would hope he follows through with what he said. Because I tell you what, to have back-to-back presidents basically cheating the American public would be pretty horrible.
Well, that would be perfect if we are not unlucky enough to have a dictator for the first time. Because I keep saying I will not be surprised that Barack Obama wants to stay in office. I will not be a bit surprised that he wants to become the first socialist dictator in America.
Well, if he tries it, there will be such a horrible bloodshed and civil war, it would be ugly.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Believe me, my friend, the American people are getting so tired, and they're getting nothing bothered them anymore.
Yes.
Nothing. Unfortunately, they don't care anymore.
Well, I think
they don't.
I think there's a lot of gun owners in America, and I've talked to many of them, and I just don't see it that way. There would be a big fight.
Well, I hope you're right. Yeah. Believe me, because nothing will like me. I would like more than see this country become what it used to be.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad was it with Eisenhower. I don't care how bad was it with anything else, all the way back to the 40s and the 50s. Believe me, I will. I think as bad as it was great. As bad as it was great.
Well, I'm just very happy that we have the information that we're able to tap into nowadays, because I think there's a lot of things that went on in the past that we probably didn't even know about. We know.
Do we needed to know?
Well, maybe we did. I don't know. Maybe 30 years from now, 50 years from now, once some of this stuff comes out, there might have been something very significant. I don't know. I'm just saying today we're finding out a lot more, a lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
And
that's true.
That's so cool.
That's true. I was able to get Megyn Kelly's show last night, even when she was on, still talking. Yeah. But that particular segment, it was finished. I think later on she interviewed, who was it?
Some general.
Oh, no.
She interviewed a general.
Some general, yeah. Some of those generals, they love Obama. He's probably infatuated with black men. Me and my dirty mind and my dirty talk. I'm going to change the name of this show to Dirty Talk.
Actually, that would work very well in Las Vegas.
That's not a bad idea.
Dirty Talk by Rolando Lares.
That's not a bad idea. Doing it in the evening.
You might have a lot of people listening to you.
Yeah. Dirty talk. It doesn't have to be bad words.
No, I get it.
Dirty talk can be...
Yeah, it can be anything.
Yeah. I thought we had a show like that with Vanessa. We had Easy, that was her name, Easy, not Vanessa. Vanessa brought Easy over here, and... we had a show called Dirty Talk.
Amazing.
And it was in the middle of the night. It was in the middle of the night, so a lot of people from the clubs and a lot of...
They were listening to Dirty Talk.
Yeah, they talk.
And they were talking dirty.
They was, I guess. Honest to God, I never listened to the show. I never listened to the show. No, I never did. I never did.
You know, when people say that, I mean, I'm not comparing you to somebody, but you know that famous statement that Bill Clinton said, I didn't inhale.
What was the statement?
About Bill Clinton, he says he never inhaled.
Yeah. And he never had sex with that woman?
That too.
Yeah. Well, but let me tell you why. You know,
it's just like this guy that is leasing to this strip club, and he's collecting all that money.
Yeah.
And he don't like it.
Yeah. And I tell you, and I believe that I never, as much as I like sex, I used to like sex.
God. We're having dirty talk in the afternoon.
As long as I was, I was never that dirty as to watch dirty movies or anything like that, because it doesn't attract to me. If I cannot do it, what good is going to do me? You know, I like to touch. I like to, not like Bill Clinton. I don't force my hands on anybody, but I like to touch. I like to enjoy myself. Why would I go to a movie or a TV screen and put a dirty video? It doesn't.
Because a lot of people like to touch their own selves.
What?
A lot of people like to touch their own selves while
Really?
the movie is playing.
Well, must be that, but I tell you, if I cannot do it in real life, if I cannot touch and feel it and everything else, I'm not interested in it. And I never been that way.
Would you ever participate in a movie?
There's a class of
Would you ever participate in a movie?
In a movie? No, I was not growing up enough to participate in a movie. I assume you have to be big in order to, you have to be tall. I guess you have to be told to participate in one of those movies.
I have no idea.
You never watched one?
I've never been involved in that process.
You never watched a movie?
I've never been involved in that process.
I'm asking you, do you ever watch a dirty movie?
Let me say this. I'm going to say this for the record. This is for the record.
For the record.
I believe that I have a constitutional right to take the test. Isn't that the common thing now? Hillary Clinton.
Let me tell you.
Hillary Clinton.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
I'm taking a bit.
Let me tell you. Yeah, I did that once.
I don't want this to come back to me 10 years from now. Oh my God!
I did that once. I took it, but I made a mistake. Instead of taking the Fifth Amendment, I took the Fifth Dimension. They throw me out of the room. But let me tell you, years ago, I know you guys are about my age, right?
I just right around.
There was a movie called Deep Throat.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody made a big deal about Deep Throat. I tell you, I went to see the movie, and I swear, in my mother's grave, I fall asleep. It doesn't appeal to me to see in the screen something that I would like to do, or would like, in that case, something I would like somebody to do to me. It's not, I fell asleep. And we were about 3 or 4, we went to see the movie.
That happened to me too after I watched it 3 times, the 4th time.
You know what? I don't remember this movie.
You don't?
No. It was before my time. I guess I'm a little bit younger in age.
Really?
Can I take the fifth again?
Man, the world is full of hypocrites.
Hey, it's a common thing now. Everybody's taking the fifth when they go and testify in front of Congress or in depositions.
No, everybody. Sometimes they said, I don't remember.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're absolutely right. So question.
I don't remember.
Yeah. 20 out of 25 questions.
That was Hillary, right? I don't recall. That's the famous words for politicians. I don't recall. You know.
Well, the biggest statement, the biggest falsehood that I hear from politicians is they don't lie.
Oh.
I mean, you hear them say that all the time. Oh, we don't lie.
Oh.
The other side lies. We don't lie.
Yeah.
And you know what? A politician that doesn't lie, come on, you got to.
It's not a politician.
Exactly.
You know, and I know. And then they look at you straight in the face and they say, we don't work that way. Where do you get that information? We don't do things that way. You know, they tell you.
There was one story.
You have to be a cold-blooded SOB in order to be a news reporter. You have to take it because, I mean, you cannot imagine how these people can get you out of your box, out of your, you know, they can make you lose your temper very easy with that cynical attitude, you know.
But let me tell you, when you're a news reporter, okay, you write your story up, you do it in a pretty decent way, and then the person that you've interviewed or you're doing the story about, you say, look, here's a copy of my thing. Will you go through it and edit it to make sure that there's nothing wrong in my story? That's what the reporters are doing now.
I do that.
The media.
I do that.
You do that?
Yeah. I've been doing that all my life.
Really?
Here, this is what I'm going to print.
No.
Tell me what is wrong with that.
Well, no, but they're the ones that will edit it a way they really want it. I think you're independent. Your story is based on what you believe. You're not going to let them put falsehoods in your story, are you?
Oh, no.
That's
But I tell them, I say, look, this is what I'm going to print. Correct me what is wrong.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but if they change their narrative or the story, I'm sure you're not going to accept that. This is what these media outlets are doing nowadays with Clinton and company.
No, because then I said, he denied this, but I got this fact. Or she told me that I was a rotten liar, and but the fact proved different.
Well, you know, one of the big stories that just came out again was, have you ever heard of a guy by the name of Gary Condit?
Yes.
Condom?
No, Condit.
Oh, no.
Gary Condit is that guy that got defeated. He was a congressman in Merced, and
no, I remember Gary Hart and the boat in Miami Beach.
Well, no, Gary Condit is the guy with Chandra Levy. She was found dead.
Oh yeah.
The famous.
Oh yes, I remember her.
Well, anyway, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was on that committee. In fact, I founded that committee to defeat him.
Oh wow.
And he just came out with a story today. It caught my eye that he wrote a book, a brand new book. I can't remember what the title was, but basically it's something like "I'm Not Guilty."
Well, we cannot mention the name of the book because he's not paying for the publicity.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, he basically is trying to get. He's trying to repair his. It's been 15 years, so he's been trying to repair his image problem that he's got. Because up to this point in time, justice has not been served.
Isn't that what Bill Clinton said? I didn't have sex with that woman?
Well, right now,
the media are abusing him.
There is no justice for Chandra Levy because they have not found a killer. It's been 15 years and they still have not found a killer. And so he... as far as I'm concerned, you know, there's still blood on his hands until he proves otherwise that...
Was he a Democrat?
He was a Democrat.
Yeah.
He was the last person to see her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I remember that story.
Where did they find her again, John? I forget.
What's that?
Where did they find the body at?
It was in the woods nearby.
Grand Central Park?
Something like that, yeah. And evidently...
Central Park.
That was a shame.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful, intelligent young lady.
Very intelligent.
Yes.
Very intelligent.
I was really close with their attorney, the family's attorney.
Oh, yeah?
And so between me and him, we were sort of like the ones that spearheaded the whole organization. It was.
And you know that is something that, believe me, it's not going to stop. It's not going to change. People get infatuated with public officials. I see in it when we have that meet the candidate across the street. When we was across the street, we throw a party over there. We got about, I don't know, 400 or 500 people in there in the parking lot. And that's what I wanted to do in here, but I never had the manpower to help me to do that. But the people, let me take a picture. Let me take a picture. Believe me, the only picture that I took with public official is one with my former friend, Jessie Walsh. She's a district court judge. We not talk anymore because she sold her soul to a corrupted group of people that I don't agree with. And the other one was Larry Weekly when he came more county commissioner. I'm sorry, no, he's not Larry anymore. Lawrence Weekly. He's not Larry anymore. And he was in the radio show, and somebody said, let's take a picture. People are infatuated with pictures, and I hate pictures. I think it's the only person that I know that I don't put my picture in my column. I don't take pictures. I hate pictures.
I was going to ask to take a picture with you, too.
Yeah, what for? You take pictures with important people, not with me.
That's exactly why I wanted to take a picture with you.
And it's...
And John.
Huh?
I wanted the three
We
of us
take
to
a picture all the time. Video.
Really?
One to hang on the wall.
I want it for my private collection so I can tell people I know Rolando Laraz.
Wait a minute, and I got one with Oscar Goodman because he wanted to take the picture, not because I wanted. I don't like it. To me, it seems so material, is immature in my everything, It's
Well, you're a handsome young man, so why wouldn't you want to take pictures?
I used to be, I have hair and everything. Yeah.
You still are.
I got more hair than you, John. At one time.
I've had a rough life.
At one time.
They beat me
I
up.
know, I lost my hair now.
They beat me up. Those Democrats have been beating me up. And if I don't win on November 8th, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
What are you running for?
No, I'm helping. I'm not running for anything.
Who are you helping?
I'm helping Donald Trump and Joe Heck and the Republican ticket. Dr. Joe Heck, the candidate for U.S. Senate. I'm helping him. I'm helping Donald Trump. I'm helping all the Republican ticket.
All the Republican.
And the reason,
in general.
Well, and the reason I'm doing that is because I believe that the only chance for America is for us to get back on track, and we can't have diversions or obstacles.
Well,
and with the Republicans all having the opportunity, if they're all got all these positions of power and they don't do their job, then
I think I wrote that, but I forgot to give you credit for that.
I don't need any credit.
Okay.
God gives me all the credit I need.
You don't have any credit?
I hope I'm building a lot of credit up there.
What about those credit cards? What do you mean you don't have any credit?
No, I'm all the credit I got is from up above.
Oh, really? Well, lucky you. Well, I guess I'm lucky too. I'm living But anyway, let's leave that for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. John's credit card.
No, not John's credit card. No.
Good luck.
Are we finished?
Well, you gotta say goodbye.
Chris, you say goodbye.
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Oh my God!
Actually, 1 minute.
Really? 1 minute.
Thank you once again for listening to Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando Laraz, John Estrada. I'm Chris Garcia. Thank you for listening, and once again, call in 702-983-0711. If you want to join, stay tuned to Conservative Roundtable with your host, John Estrada. Goodbye, Las Vegas. God bless, and God bless our troops.